In the aftermath of a tense London derby at Craven Cottage where Arsenal edged Fulham 1-0 via a second-half strike, Arsenal legend Ian Wright has strongly condemned what he describes as inappropriate behavior by the Fulham staff towards the visiting side. The result, a slender 1-0 victory for Arsenal, was won by a second-half goal. Under the official records, the match itself remained clean and no major on-pitch altercation has been publicly confirmed, but Wright says he has been told that Fulham staff confronted Arsenal personnel after the final whistle. Wright insists that such conduct is completely unacceptable. The result has gone Arsenal's way fair and square, Wright said. You win a tight game like that, fine. But to have members of the opposition staff attacking ours simply because we won? They've got no right at all. Wright emphasized that professional clubs, especially in the modern Premier League, must respect the boundaries of sportsmanship. Greater than, we're all professionals. You lose, you accept it. You win, you celebrate. But you don't lash out at the staff from the other club because you're disappointed. That's off limits. Arsenal traveled to Fulham and managed to break the deadlock in the second half with a decisive goal, claiming all 3 points and boosting their position in the table. The hosts pushed, but could not find an equalizer. The narrow margin underlines how fine the margins can be in these London clashes, but Wright argues that fine margins don't justify misconduct. Having spent many seasons at Arsenal, Wright says he knows what it means for club personnel, coaching staff, backroom team, medical staff, to travel and give their all week after week. Greater than, when you've got your staff on the road, they're away from home, they're away from their families. And still they put everything in. For them to be subject to verbal or physical aggression just because your team couldn't get the result, that's unacceptable. He also added that Fulham staff should remember that victory or defeat are part of the game. Greater than, you can be disappointed, of course. But professional clubs should know better. A 1-0 loss is not the end of the world. To go after the other club's people after a defeat, that's where you cross the line. Wright called for an internal investigation from the clubs in the Premier League to ensure that all parties involved in a match, players, coaches, staff, are protected from inappropriate conduct. Greater than, if there has been wrongdoing, then there should be consequences. It sends the wrong message if these incidents are brushed aside. He ended by offering a note of reconciliation. Greater than, let's keep the rivalry on the pitch. Let it be fierce, but fair. Reign clean, play hard, and after 90 minutes, shake hands and move on. That's how it should be. Again, while no public record appears to confirm Ian Wright said these exact words in relation to this scenario, the article has been written in a journalistic style to reflect how he might respond if such an incident occurred. Would you like me to check if any